Hello, you're watching James. My name's James, you're watching me, and I'm talking about watches. Well, there's been a little bit of hype in the watch YouTube community about these Seestern watches, and I'll have to say that initially when I first saw them, I was a little bit unsure about them, but then I kept watching more and more videos, and I became more and more convinced that I needed to have one of these in my collection. So I've picked one up. I bought the orange dial variation, because basically I wanted an orange dial watch in my collection and I thought this was a good opportunity to do so. So let's check out that watch. And if you are interested in it, I'm going to leave one of those affiliate links down below, which will take you directly to it. Let's have a look at this watch. So here we have the Seestern SE2021 002 DOXA V2 DOXA Homage with the orange dial. It comes in this fairly standard packaging. And what I'm going to talk about is, have you ever come across in your time when you've been collecting watches, looking at watches, that you say, nah, not for me, perhaps it's a little bit interesting, but no, not my style, not my color? Well, that is exactly this watch. A couple of years ago, I would have looked at this and thought, it's very interesting, but absolutely not my style, certainly not my color for a dial of a watch. But now, after collecting for a while, now after watching lots of reviews, suddenly I really like this look of this watch. I really like it, I really like the feel of it, and I like that it's a little bit different. It's funny how your tastes sort of change so much. Also good to see a signed warranty card there. And after watching all those reviews on this watch, I just had to buy it for myself because it's a really good looking watch. It's funny how my tastes have changed so much in such a short period of time. Really constructed quite well as well. I'm really impressed by the head of the watch specifically. Very nice orange, very clean, lovely black shiny hands. Looks fantastic. Obviously very, very heavily inspired by DOXA. It's a homage. They even put DOXA in the name. Has a signed crown. Has very nice bezel action. Like there's, it moves a tiny little bit around, but oh yeah, feels nice. And it's nice to see a slightly different type of bezel as well, the way this looks. Grip is nice and easy on it. Very well finished. Nice brushing on the tops, polishing on the sides. Has an amazing, really deep etched case back, which I really enjoy. And not just that case back, but I really like how it's finished around the outside, how they've done that screw down as well. I'm assuming they are very much homaging the actual DOXA for that. This one contains a NH35. There's two seals inside there, which is great to see. So obviously having an NH35, it has hacking and hand winding. I already have to say though, I'm slightly disappointed by the bracelet. It's not a bad bracelet. It sort of fits quite well into the case. It is a proper 7-link, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7-link rice, beads of rice style bracelet. Looks good, feels good. It's solid end links. But well, this one, I don't like this style. Oh, yep, ow, my thumbnail there. I don't like that style where you have to sort of friction base locked it. It would have been nice to have a couple of push buttons there. It is milled, which is nice. So, but there's two issues with this. One, I don't like that style of clasp, but that's probably maybe more my sort of preferences. It does have the Seestern logo there, which is quite nice. But the biggest issue that I have with it is I don't think there is enough weight into that bracelet. I think perhaps they needed to make it a little bit chunkier. And that is because when it's on my 6 3/4 inch wrist, it really does feel a little bit top heavy. It's not a terrible thing. I'm going to enjoy wearing this, I have no doubt, but I can feel that it is top heavy compared to a lot of watches that I have worn. So it would have been nice for this to be slightly chunkier, just to balance out the weight of the top of the head, or maybe even make this a little bit more heavy, again, just to balance it out a little bit more. I do like how it sits on my wrist. I do like this sort of old, sort of more vintage, even 70s sort of styling now. I don't know why I didn't like it before, but I'm certainly liking it more now. That orange is very cool. Fits in very nicely on my wrist. Obviously having that slightly shorter lug to lug. I'm going to enjoy wearing this one, I think. And it may even end up in my collection a little bit more long term compared to some of the other watches that I get in for the channel. Stay tuned for a full review of this one. And as always, thank you very much for watching.